Have you ever caught yourself wondering if you're still in the driver's seat of your own life? Maybe you're standing in the kitchen, fumbling with a jar that won't budge, or you're waiting for someone to figure out the TV remote for you, and a little voice pipes up, "Am I losing my grip here?" If that rings a bell, don't worry, you're not alone. Turning 65 doesn't mean handing over the reins to anyone else. In fact, it's the perfect time to double down on running your life your way, with all the confidence you've earned over the years. You've got the wisdom, the grit, and the know-how. Now let's add a few tricks to keep you feeling unstoppable. No help required. That's what this video is all about. I'm here to share 6 simple, practical confidence tricks that'll help you stay in charge after 65, without leaning on anyone else. These aren't complicated schemes or things you need a manual to figure out. They're everyday moves you can start right now to keep your independence shining bright. Because let's face it, there's nothing quite like the feeling of knowing you've got this. Whether it's fixing something around the house, keeping your day on track, or just walking into a room with your head held high. So what's on the horizon? We're going to talk about little hacks like organizing your meds so you never miss a beat, picking up a tech trick to stay connected, doing a bit of light work around the house, keeping a flashlight where you can grab it, asking for help on your terms, and setting a goal that's just for you. These are the kinds of things that build you up, step by step, until you're strutting through life like the boss you are. And the best part? They're all doable no matter where you're starting from. Let me tell you about my friend Paul. He's 67, lives in a little apartment he's made his own, and still tinkers with model trains in his spare time. A couple of years ago, he started feeling like the world was moving too fast. Bills piling up, gadgets he couldn't figure out, that sort of thing. He didn't want to bother his kids every 5 minutes, so he decided to take charge. He started small, like sorting out his pills in a box he keeps by the sink, and now he's the guy everyone calls when they need a hand. Paul's not slowing down, he's speeding up on his terms. That's the kind of vibe I want for you, too, a life where you're the one holding the keys. Why does this matter so much? Because after 65, it's easy to feel like the world expects you to step back, let someone else take over, or just fade into the background. But I don't buy that, and I know you don't either. Confidence isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about that quiet strength that says, I can handle this. It's knowing you can brew your coffee, pay your bills, or fix that wobbly chair without a second thought. And with a few tricks up your sleeve, you can keep that fire burning strong, no matter what anyone else thinks. Let's dive into the first trick, because it's one that sets the tone for everything else. It's all about staying on top of your medications, nothing fancy, just a little system to keep you steady. Paul's pillbox was a game changer for him, and it might just be for you too. Stick with me, and let's get that confidence rolling. Let's start with something that sounds small but packs a big punch. Organizing your medications. You don't need a nurse or a nagging relative. Just a simple pillbox with the days of the week marked out. Fill it up once a week, maybe on Sunday morning with your coffee, and keep it where you'll see it, like by the sink or your favorite chair. My friend Paul started doing this after he missed his cholesterol meds one too many times and felt off all day. Now he's got it down to a science, pours his water, pops the lid, and he's good to go. It's not just about the pills. It's about knowing you're in control of your health. No reminders needed. That little box gives you peace of mind and keeps you running your show. Next up, let's talk about picking up a tech trick to stay connected. I know technology can feel like a mountain sometimes, but you don't have to climb the whole thing, just take one step. Maybe it's texting your grandkids good morning or ordering a pizza online. My neighbor Sally, 69, swore she'd never figure out her phone, but she watched a quick video and learned to send pictures of her garden. Now she's texting her daughter photos every week, and she beams about it. It's not about being a tech wizard. It's about keeping the world at your fingertips. Pick one thing, ask a friend to show you, or look it up and watch how it boosts your swagger. Now, here's a trick that keeps your hands dirty and your spirit high. Do light chores daily. I'm not talking scrubbing floors, just something small like wiping down the counter, watering a plant, or sweeping the porch. My cousin Ray, 66, started doing this after he noticed his place was getting cluttered, and it was dragging him down. He spends 5 minutes a day tidying up, and he says it's like a shot of energy. He feels like he's still the king of his castle. Keeps your space yours, and that little burst of, I did that, goes a long way. Pick one chore, set a timer if you want, and feel the difference it makes. The fourth trick is about being ready for anything. Keep a flashlight handy. Sounds basic, right? But when the power flickers or you drop something under the couch, it's gold. Stick one by your bed, another in the kitchen, maybe one in your bag. My pal Joan, 71, laughed when I suggested this, but then her lights went out during a storm. She grabbed her flashlight, found her way around, and felt like a champ. No panic, no calling for help. It's a tiny thing that says, "I've got this covered." You're not waiting for someone to swoop in, you're the one with the light. Let's move to the fifth trick. Ask for help on your terms. This isn't about giving up, it's about being smart. Maybe it's asking a neighbor to grab something heavy off a shelf, or having your kid show you that tech trick once. My Aunt Marge, 68, used to hate asking for anything, but she started small. Asked her grandson to carry a box upstairs, then sent him off with a cookie. She's still the boss, just with a little backup. The trick is to decide when and how it's your call, not theirs. That way, you're not dependent, you're just running the show with a helping hand. Finally, the sixth trick is setting a personal goal, just for you. It could be walking to the mailbox every day, planting a new flower, or reading a book you've been eyeing. My buddy Tom, 65, decided he'd learn to make his mom's old soup recipe. Took him a few tries, but when he nailed it, he was grinning ear to ear. Said it felt like he'd won a prize. It's not about impressing anyone. It's about giving yourself something to chase, something that lights you up. Pick one thing, keep it simple, and watch how it lifts you higher. These 6 tricks weave together like a good story. Organize your meds, master a tech move, tidy up a bit, keep that flashlight close, ask for help your way, and chase a goal. They all build that rock-solid confidence that says, "I'm running this life, and I've got everything I need." It's all right there, waiting for you to grab it. So here we are, talking about running your life with confidence after 65, and I hope you're feeling that little spark inside. With these 6 tricks, organizing your meds, picking up a tech skill, doing light chores, keeping a flashlight handy, asking for help your way, and setting a goal, you've got a toolkit to stay in charge no one else needed. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about owning the time you've got, making it yours, and walking through your days with that quiet, steady strength. Think about Paul with his pillbox, or Sally texting her garden pics, or Tom slurping that soup he mastered. They're not doing anything wild. They're just living their lives, their way, with a little extra kick of confidence. That's what I see for you, too. Maybe it's fixing that squeaky door yourself, or texting your buddy a joke, or just sitting back knowing you've got your day under control. Whatever it is, it's yours to run, and you don't need anyone else to make it happen. You don't have to jump in all at once. Start with something easy, like grabbing a flashlight for your nightstand or wiping down the table tonight. Let it build from there at your pace. You're not racing anybody. You're just adding a little more me to your days. And if it feels tricky at first, give yourself a nod for trying. That's half the battle. Before you know it, you'll be the one everyone's looking at, wondering how you make it look so effortless. I'd love to hear from you. What's one trick you're going to try? Or maybe something you already do to keep your confidence strong. Drop it in the comments below. I'm all ears, and it's so much fun hearing your stories. Maybe you've got a little hack of your own. Share that too. We're all swapping notes here, cheering each other on. If you like this, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps me know I'm hitting the mark for you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button so you don't miss out. We've got more ideas coming to keep you thriving, and I'd love to have you along. Here's to you, running your life like the pro you are, with all the confidence in the world. You've got this, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and keep shining.